just curious for each of you if you could name a project that you maybe were once embarrassed about or maybe jaded or cynical, but came around to once you saw how it was embraced by fans.
I have one there no one came around to, and I'm still embarrassed I was in. It's called Speed 2. And I'm very vocal about it. Makes no sense. Slow boat, slowly going towards an island.
I will tell you, I enjoyed that movie as a teenager.
Were you high?
I was 12.
Okay, so you weren't high. Okay, so it answers my question. So that's one that I wished I hadn't done.
I feel like it's quite a kind of cult love though as
Very
well.
quiet, like amongst like maybe 5 people. Him and the other 4 12-year-olds that were watching.
I mean,
The slow boat going
had.
towards the tiny island. Yeah.
Just obviously Jeff has some pretty intricate lies that he has to keep up throughout all this. Have either of you kind of embellished or flat out lied about your skills to land a role at some point?
I mean, when I was in New York, like doing commercials, I could do everything on my skills. Like, I can ice skate, I can do this. Yeah, I could do everything. Apparently, I could do everything. I remember I booked some Halls commercial, something I had to ice skate, and I did not know how to ice skate, but I fudged it, I guess. Enough.
It worked.
Or She's the Man. I told them I played soccer, so I had no real skills, but I was pretty athletic, so I faked it.
How do you think you and your real life siblings would fare solving a murder mystery? Would you work well together, or would it be a little tricky?
I think my brother and I would fail miserably. We'd be in jail immediately.
Really?
We would not. No, it's like 2 Pisces scrambling around, trying to figure it out. We'd just be like, we did it. I don't know what happened. We wouldn't fare very well, I don't think.
That body would be so buried and gone, and like we would have figured out somebody else to blame. It would be great. There'd be no issues in my family.
This season, Robert and Tom kind of have their gay resort that they get away to. They have a place where they can be themselves. And I'm curious for you in your own journey, if there was a place that you remember as like the first time you could feel at ease. For me, it was P-Town, just like a place like that.
That I could feel at ease. You know, for a moment, I was disappearing on my birthday for about 6 years. Remember, my birthday is December 24th. And my mom would be like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm out, Mom. I just need to be.
Where would you go?
Ricky Martin was not famous around the world, so I would go to Amsterdam. And I would just smoke my joints. I would just be. But you might think, he went to Amsterdam, he did the saunas, he did that. No, I just wanted to be alone. I just wanted to hide. Maybe I wanted to smoke my joint and just be chill and relax, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to hide, and I did not want anybody to know if I was dating someone or not. And my mom would ask me, but why do you go so far? Christmas, your birthday. What? I just really needed to be on my own.
Can I ask you a
question?
question?
That is the city of Amsterdam.
Wait, can I ask you a question? When did you fully come out to the world, which I can't even imagine?
I was 35 years old.
Was it the scariest thing?
I did it via I wrote a letter and I tweeted it. But when I clicked on,
how did you feel?
I cried like a baby and I felt so amazing.
Just Drop Dead Gorgeous for me was a huge one, and Most Smartest gets said a lot.
Most Smartest? So. Are we on Caps again?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love doing that, and I'm so glad that's become kind of a what do you call it, a cult hit or something. I don't know. It's
right, cult classic.
Cult classic. It
was always a classic for me.
Yeah, but it's taken people a while to find it. But I love it when people call me out for that. Hey, Loretta, that's really
Loretta.
Good.
And both of you scored Emmy noms for the show last year. Congrats. And Billy, obviously you took home the gold. Just do those nominations and wins kind of fuel you towards filming a new season?
I wish they did.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Not so much.
I mean, they more fuel lectures to my son about, listen, you should do this. I won an award once.
Yeah.
That's about
and you hit him
and
in
then
the head with
there's
it,
a really heavy thing, so you can kind of make a point with it.
Now, Ryan, I have to ask, because obviously your son Deacon is in this, which was a surprise when I started watching it. Just how did that come about, and what was it like working with him, even though you guys obviously don't have scenes together because of the timeline?
It was awesome, man. It was awesome to have him around. Obviously, it was the showrunner's idea. He came to me and he said, "We're thinking about Deacon for this role," and I said, "Well, offer it to him, see what he thinks." I didn't want to put any pressure or anything that way. But it was so exciting for me also, man, because you're up in Toronto for long stretches of time, and so to have him come in and out, he's like my best friend, and to have that experience with him was really special.
You share some stories from the set, just how some of it was frustrating. I think it sounds like you and the director just weren't on the same page from day one.
I'll give him this. I'll give the man this. I think his name was Jim.
Yep, Jim Gillespie.
He made no bones about it. Like, there was no passive aggressiveness, which I hate. He was very direct in the fact that I don't want you in this movie. So when that's your first job, you hear those words, it just wrecks you, man. I almost quit the movie. I almost caught a flight and went home. I was just done.
After being in this movie, are there other genres you want to tackle? You've done
Comedy.
the horror. Okay.
Like a rom-com, absolutely. That's something I haven't done yet. And I love, love, love comedies, and I love rom-coms.
Who would you want to maybe be paired with?
Trying
to think who's
Matthew McConaughey.
He's always a good
one. He's a good rom-com
rom-coms.
guy, and I just love him so much. He has so much range. He's such a brilliant actor. But in terms of like on the younger, like maybe someone more in my like age demographic.
Like, who's doing them all now?
Who?
Glenn Powell's doing all of
Glenn
them.
Powell, but I don't know.
He's got the market on it.
He ran through. I want someone. I want someone else. Like, I love Glenn Powell though. I'm trying to think who would be amazing. It's like I really just don't like hold space for men in my brain.
As
like,
you
name
shouldn't.
a man, just one man, just one.
Right, it's
And
like that Billy Eichner sketch. Name a woman.
Yeah.
And no one could do it.
Yeah.
I think one of the reactions I wrote down was, every time the pit makes me cry, they immediately blast Whitaker with another bodily fluid. Just for you, which was the grossest to film of the ones from season one?
Grossest to film. I mean, they're all in a strange way. They were all quite fun, if I'm honest. But yeah, I did find myself just like, it's a funny thing turning up to work and you're just looking down the barrel of a pipe, that is filled with some fluid, and there's a special effects guy, a big syringe, just sort of waiting to blast you with something.
I'm assuming neither of you have been witness to a murder or accused of one yourselves, but
Allegedly.
do you have a first date or Valentine's date horror story maybe you'd be willing to share with the class?
A date story. I've been on dates in which I'm very excited to be present, and then they don't show up, which is totally fine.
You have not gotten stood up.
Many times. But on the bright side, I love to enjoy the moment. So I'll continue with the date and just date myself. And it's sad as it sounds.
That breaks my heart.
How do you think Karen would fare from Mean Girls in a haunted house? How long do you think it would take her to realize there's a 30% chance the house is haunted?
I think she's absolutely just unimpressed by ghosts. I think if she saw one, she would have a conversation with it. If Karen saw a ghost, she'd be like, "Who are you? What's your name?" "I'm Karen." Like she walks in the world a little differently. She's very sensitive to that stuff and very welcoming.
I brought some special friends with me today.
I love it. I love your background and your posters and Chucky, and I don't know, you're a pretty brave man to have your back to Chucky and Tiffany.
Do you think you'll always be playing Tiffany in some form for the rest of your life going forward?
But I never thought 26 years ago when I did Bride of Chucky, Gina Gershon encouraged me to do it. She said, "You'll have a franchise. Every actor wants a franchise." And I was like, well, I don't really think I'll have a franchise because Tiffany dies horribly at the end of Bride of Chucky. It's very flattering too, because not a lot of people of my age get to be a glamazon and, wear the push-up bra and the high heels and run and do their own stunts and the glittery dresses and the tiaras. It's just like the most fun part ever to do.
Was there a moment on set that was maybe difficult to get through? Just because I think I can only assume everyone was cracking up most of the time.
Anything involving Channing, like when you're trying to be stoic and cool and Wolverine adjacent, and you have Channing Tatum doing the most ridiculous, hilarious accent you've ever heard in your life, and kind of ad-libbing the craziest lines. It's very hard to be cool and stoic.
You do have him saying things like, I'm about to make a name for myself, which has gone so viral. Just like that moment in particular. What was that like to film?
Like I said, we were all dying of laughter. Like there's so many things that they didn't include in the gag reel of us genuinely not being able to get through scenes. And what's really funny is that now I get quoted that at me at the street, like at least once a week. Someone will like scream that to me across the street. They'll be like, I had to make a name for myself. And I'm like, shout out Channing.
Oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar said her kids were actually starting to watch Buffy during the pandemic.
Were
Is that
they?
is that, I know they seem a little young, but it's like, is that something your kids have expressed interest in yet? Especially with their dad, both of you being in it, and how you met, the whole story is.
It's true. My older daughter keeps asking like how old she has to be before she can watch it. And I'm not really giving her an actual answer.
Yeah.
But we're also just, we're sort of like really cautious about what they watch. So I get nervous. I mean, she definitely can't watch like Dark Willow.
No.
That's
scary. And now I read. Excellent.
I'm
the first
sorry. I really have to spice it up a little bit. You guys go to these things all the time. I need you to remember me.
Oh, I was gonna ask when the last time you got scared was, and that was me right there.
All right.
Megan's dance moves
Iconic.
blew up on Twitter already.
Couldn't
iconic.
do a millisecond of it.
No,
Just to
I was
squash
wondering
that
if you had to
immediately.
like be part of the
like,
dance.
if someone was like, everyone you love is at gunpoint, do this dance, I'd be like, I'm so sorry, guys.
Not gonna happen.
It's not gonna say. It would take me months, but it's amazing.
What was your reaction when you first kind of did you see them filming it? Okay.
Yes, it was just awe. I mean, it was just amazing. It was one of those things that like at each stage, reading it in the script, you're kind of like, okay, I think I can imagine this, but it's a little hard to imagine. Then talking to Gerard about it, getting his vision for it, his tone, you're like, okay, this is coming clearer into my mind. Then to see it actually being performed, and then finally to see it on screen, you're like, it's just instantly iconic.
Brian Particelli from 2fab.com here. Jamie, I got to ask what your first conversation with Kyle was like after she was cast in the film, and were you kind of bummed you didn't have any scenes together?
You know what? I love Kyle. I respect Kyle. I don't know her well. She and I are not girlfriends. We don't hang out. I texted her obviously and was like, so excited to see you. Me too. When we saw each other on set, we cried. I mean, we just cried. I mean, the truth is, as I said before, there are a lot of people we've lost. There's a lot of time, time and tide has happened for all of us. You, me, Andy, all of our friends here in the Zoom, everybody on the crew here. Life goes on and life is in session. So, I would love to be able to come up with something quippy and cute, but the truth is we cried.
I just wanted to bring up Aunt Sandy saying how the gays are obsessed with her. Something I can, as a gay myself, confirm is true for you both. I'm just wondering when the first time you realized you had amassed maybe a queer following, and why you think we are so obsessed with you both.
Well, I'll speak for myself. I feel like it's I think it's a very mutual thing. I think when, I think people like you back when you like them. And I've sort of always been an unconscious choice when I was growing up. Like I was a very unaware kid. I was sort of oblivious, but I just always gravitated toward, gay men, gay women. Like that was sort of my crowd. And so it just makes a lot of sense that maybe, that it's sort of becomes a mutual thing. I think I don't know. You have the same taste. You have the same.
Right. We have great taste.
I miss my brother.
Do you think this reconciliation would have started if you weren't, if you had been filming, or do you think that the time away from the cameras was helpful?
I feel like the time away from the cameras was helpful because it's all about, time heals all wounds. No, it really, when time goes by, you forget things. Like, you're not as angry, and you just let things go.
And I feel like just being on TV, the nature of it is more kind of volatile. And it's what kind of audiences want to see, so you feed into it a bit. Do you feel like that is the case?
Yeah, certain people do feed into it, yeah. And I don't want to feed into it. I mean, listen, I'll feed into it with, with friends, but I don't want to do it with my family.
And I'm going to give you probably the smallest mic on the...
Oh my God, it gets smaller. Just imagine hooking up with a penis like this. Imagine if this was someone who'd be like, oh, honey.
Thank you for that.
Being single, you think about this shit. And I'm like, what's that looking like up there, Yeah. So, now that we're here.
I know someone who clearly helped you through all this, through the whole book process, was Teresa T., who, another big reveal in the book, you've been in a secret, I guess, relationship with for almost 20 years. I guess, congratulations. I mean, I have to just say that first. Welcome to the family. But I guess, what were your conversations with her like in terms of, coming out, as it were?
I don't think I'm coming out, but on the other hand, I sort of am. I think I still consider myself straight, even though I was attracted to a woman. But now there's so many different things. You can be gender fluid and
pansexual, just attracted to the person, and
yes, just attracted to that person. But I don't think I got 50 and suddenly went, "Hey, I'm gay." Oh, damn! Why did I wait so long? I just met a person who was a really special person and who I fell in love with.
The show does a really good job of kind of highlighting the generation gap between, obviously, your character's daughter, the grandkids. There's a lot of different generations going on. I'm just curious for you, with your own kids, have they had to educate you on anything? Like, for me, I have to teach my parents how to use new technology.
I'm fairly good with technology. My youngest is a lot faster than I am about it. She's just like I was. I don't need to know this. What I'm completely oblivious to is texting. I'm pretty good at it. I can't believe this LMOOU laugh. The abbreviations, like we used to call it pig Latin when I was in elementary and high school, and all the girls had this language, ifsne, oofsne, whatever it was, and I never got that. And some of these it's such a language that it will develop into a language. And it's funny, these kids know, there's a couple text strings my daughters have given me, and I think they're messing with me.
Would you like to test my beta phase laughter?
I would love to hear your beta phase laughter.
Please do something silly.
I don't know. My haircut, maybe?
That is a very funny haircut, Brian.
That is a very interesting laugh you have, too.
Thank you. I am working on it.
And now, Elizabeth, I know you said your son obviously made you feel very safe during the sex scene. It's obviously sparked a lot of conversation before anyone has even seen the movie. But, when you first got the script, what was your reaction to that scene in particular, knowing that, your son thought you were great for this role and that he would be directing it?
For me, when I get a script, if I feel something's been put in gratuitously, which has nothing to do with the storytelling, right from when I was a beginner, I'd be like, I don't get that. I don't understand that. That's not something I want to be part of. It's just thrown in my head by some male executive somewhere, and I've never been part of that.
Yeah.
And I would not have been on this, but it wasn't.
I am a big follower of yours on Instagram.
Oh, great.
To say you're one of my favorite celebrities to follow.
That's so nice, because I haven't been doing it very long, so thank you.
You're very good at it.
Oh, good. I left it very late.
Now, everyone was very excited when you posted about your daughter getting accepted into college.
I know. And I got into a bit of trouble at home for that, because she said, I wish you'd put, I got into the college of my choice, because it just sounded like you had no hope of me getting into any college anyway. It made me sound like, a loser. And I was like, no, I should have probably put that.
Do you find yourself getting into trouble? with some of your posts, or?
Yeah, sure, but you know, that keeps it fun, doesn't it?
This time around, your son Noah's getting older now.
Yeah.
Is he at that age where he knows what mom does for a living, and has he seen?
No, he's 3, so he hasn't seen anything. I don't plan on showing him anything. And they don't care what mom and dad do for a living. Like, unless you're a police officer or a fireman, it's like, what do? You go to work and you pretend to be someone else. Okay, sounds amazing.
And now, I mean, your story with this franchise is also kind of amazing. You met your husband, your daughter's in this final film.
Well, I've never had a film change my personal life quite this much ever.
I was gonna say, have you ever thought about how different it would be if you hadn't done the first film?
Well, it's funny because my little brother, who was 13 at the time, he introduced me to the game, Resident Evil, and we became addicted and we would play together, and that's why I wanted to do the movie. And I joke around with him. I said, if it wasn't for you bringing Resident Evil to my house that one day, you know, I would never have met my husband or had my beautiful girls. So.
Did you guys ever put the dresses on again? Ever try and be the Grady twins for Halloween?
Oh, in the UK, Halloween isn't such a big holiday. I think enough other people dress up as us.
Before I let you guys go, I have to ask you to say it. Can I get you to say, come play with us, Brian?
Come play with us, Brian, forever and ever and ever.
And when you are at the end of this, after, you know, you've been starving yourselves, going through all this mentally, physically, is there a way you celebrate, or do you just find another way to kind of move past it?
It's funny, I did this twice in a row. I lost a lot of weight for the film that I did before this, and I went out and had a blowout meal the night that I wrapped. I mean, I ate like steak and French fries and ice cream and everything, and was really sick for about 24 hours after that. Not actually vomiting, but my body just went into complete shock. Yeah. And so I didn't this time. So on this, my girlfriend said, you know, just go off and escape and sort of do what you need to do for the film, but, you know, don't come home until you're ready to see me. And so I actually went to London and just checked into a hotel and had 5 days to sort of decompress and learn how to eat again, and, you know.
You get back into it.
Yeah, try to remember how to be a human being again.
For you, the first time you saw yourself all done up in drag, what was your initial reaction? That transformation is incredible.
I thought I looked like my mother. I saw my mother, you know, and my mother hated me saying that, you know, because in all these interviews I went, oh my gosh, I can see my mother. And my mother's like, I don't look like a drag queen. You know, so that was quite funny.
You talk about the struggles of auditioning and, you know, having 10 years of rejection, which I think is crazy because I think you are an extremely talented actor. But you know, are there roles you would feel comfortable saying you went out for but didn't land? And if not, what kind of feedback were you getting?
Oh man, I mean, it's when you've been doing it for 30 years like me, you've kind of encountered almost anything. I got replaced day of on a set by Anthony Michael Hall. I was in a scene with him. I left the set and then he got recast as the lead. And I got fired. I mean, there's things you go through are just insane in this business. But I don't know if I'd really change anything.
And now that the Craven estate does have the rights back, has anyone actually talked to you about anything?
Nobody's talked to me.
Just
I'd love to be invited to do a cameo in any project, but I don't want to play Freddy. And I think there's a tradition of cameos in remakes, in especially in horror and science fiction and fantasy films or musicals. I think Rita Moreno is in the new Spielberg West Side Story doing a cameo. It's like you give a blessing to the project.
Now, what do you say to people who might think that you're not all real? We had a lot of questions that were like, is she a real person?
Но я думаю, что таким людям стоит понять, что нужно оценивать человека не по внешним качествам, а по его внутреннему миру.
Is there a favorite photo that you have in the book?
My favorite photo is at the back. It's the sock that says "Mother Girl Power," which is, I love. That's the best. I love that one. And I just thought of my mum because, you know, Girl Power, Spice Girls. So it was pretty fun.
Hey guys, it's Brian from 2Fab here. We are at Comic-Con this year, and I decided to dress up for once. I am Gambit, one of the X-Men, and we're going to be on the hunt to see how many of my fellow X-Men we can find today. Who on the show would be your first phone call if you were to get arrested?
If I was to get arrested?
Yeah.
100% Luke Perry.
Luke Perry, all right. And
Not
why?
a doubt in my mind.
I feel like I'd call my mom and dad.
Yeah, right.
Be like, Mom. I can imagine being like, Lily, I was just arrested. I'd be like, Cammy, why are you calling me? Call an attorney. Right. Who would I call? I feel like I'd call Machen if I had to choose someone. I'd be like, Machen, can you please help me? I'd call Luke. Okay. I feel like Luke would have some good advice. Sweet talk you out of it. Listen, I've been there a couple times. Right.
We're asking everyone if it's part of the DC Universe. Today they showed the first picture of the new Wonder Woman costume.
Andrew
Did you
Chrysler
see
just
it?
showed me as we
I was
walked in.
going to show people, see what they think of it.
God, it looks awesome. It looks so awesome. I'm geeking out about that for sure.
Can I show you
Is it
real
good?
quick?
Yeah, show it to me. They revealed the Wonder Woman costume. Is it good? Better than the TV show? That looks great. That's really cool.
First shot, you think they did good?
I think they did good.
She's got her head.
She's got
She's got
the
her
headband,
headband.
yep.
That looks pretty awesome. She looks pretty fierce, but you know what? I'm not the sword. Sword isn't doing it for me.
All right.
Because Wonder Woman was all yeah. Well, you know, things got to change.
Yeah.
Right. And that's it. And what the hell is that picture? That is 2Fab. That is a real selfie. You're good. I like you. Call me.